So I would probably be drinking a sex on the beach with Marlin from Nemo.
What a vibe. What a vibe. I'm sorry, but that's like the best news ever. What a great date.
Sounds awesome.
I always knew that I would love you, but I never knew that I would hate you. I hate to love, but love to hate you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia and I am super excited about my lovely guest today. It is the wonderful Miss Zoe Infante, of course, frontwoman of LA's Bittersweethearts. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. It really, really is. Zoe, I want to start on a little bit of a wholesome note. You have had a crazy busy few months, right? You've got a lot of new beginnings happening, including, personal life changes, meeting your manager, building a new band. But before we get into it all, I just want to know how Zoe is getting on currently in Los Angeles. What's life like for you at the moment?
As busy and crazy as everything is, I feel like it's just so rewarding to be working in a project like this and getting these opportunities with some of the best people I've ever met. So I'm very lucky and very fortunate to be where I am at this current moment. So
Oh, of course. I mean, I know you've said it before, but it really is the case for you that you are currently living your dream, aren't you, at the moment, out there in
totally.
LA, new band. So I just think we should start at the beginning. Do you want to tell me how the Bittersweethearts came to be?
So I had a band like for 5 years prior to this one, and that one over COVID kind of split up per se. And I really wanted to start a new group, and I kind of just put out on Instagram. I was making a post about how bittersweet it is that this old chapter of my life is ending, but how excited I am to start a new chapter. And that's how I got bittersweet. And then I was thinking sweethearts. So
Yeah.
bittersweet hearts. And then I met Ollie. I knew him before, but he reached out to me through Instagram after he saw my post about how I wanted to start a band.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay, like, let's do this. Like, let's set up auditions and stuff and help you find and create your dream band. And that's basically how it went. We just found one player at a time, and now I'm working with like my dream group of musicians, and we're just doing the whole thing, and it's so exciting, and watching it all unfold has been amazing. So
Yeah, look at the smile on your face. There's so much joy coming from you right now. You've just touched on the fact that you were in a band prior to COVID, and I know that that band had your sister in it.
yeah.
It might be the Bittersweet Hearts might be a new band, but it's music's not new to you. Your dad is also in music. You've been around it a long, long time. So I just wondered, for you, Zoe, like now being in a band that's not involved with family, how is that for you? Is it very different? How are you finding it?
It is a lot different. Like being playing with my family is so special, and it's just like an experience like no other. Like it's just truly like just like the family bonding thing is just incredible. But then branching out on my own has been just as equally as rewarding in different ways. Like I feel like I'm really just growing as an artist by myself, which is really cool to see how we all have our own things going on but can still come together. But it's been amazing to find my own voice and to really just kind of solo from my family. It's been amazing. So
Yeah. Oh, of course. And I think though, like, being around it from such a young age, music, do you think that it was always meant to be that it would find you and that it would be the thing that you end up doing when, like you're now in your early 20s? Did you see yourself on this path?
Um, Honestly, growing up with I have a really low and raspy voice, and I was always told by like vocal coaches and like when I grew up in like musical theater stuff that
Yeah.
I couldn't sing, just like I didn't have the voice that was needed to play those roles and fill those parts. And that always really like sat with me. And then in high school, when I started band, I kind of was like, screw that. Like, that's
Yeah,
not, so I don't have your typical like female singing voice and style, but that's like exactly what the world needs, you know?
100%.
So I think when I was younger, I probably, I don't know, I think I wanted to be a zookeeper and have like Zoe's Zoo or something, but I like this path a lot better.
I feel you with that. I that's actually I feel that because I used to play a game on my computer called Zoo Tycoon. And I used to love it. I used to dream about being a zookeeper myself. Like I used to build my own little world like on this game and I loved it. But anyway, I can relate to that. But like you say, I think the world needs what the Bittersweethearts are bringing right now. I think, I just want to congratulate you personally on everything that you've had going on this year. And I'm so happy that this is like the thing for you right now and that you've managed to find your voice because you don't want people like that, like in your theatre school holding you back. And I like the fact that you've gone, no, screw you, this is what I'm going to do. And you're making it happen. And that's so inspiring for other young women that might feel like you, that are coming through and wanting to do something very similar. So I'm really happy for you that, the Bittersweethearts is a thing now. I'm so excited about it. And I can't wait to talk to you about the songs and everything. But just really quickly, I know poetry has been in your life all your life. And I just
Totally.
wanted to know, I've looked into how you kind of like go about your songwriting, and I know sometimes it starts from poetry into songs. And I wondered if you remember the first time that happened when your poetry turned into a song and how that made you feel.
I have been writing poetry since like I could talk pretty much. I think my first song I wrote, I was like 4, like, and my dad being in music, like we even recorded it and everything. Like I feel like even just the way I would think when I was little would all just be a song, like in a poetry and just something more behind the words. So I've just been writing for so long, even poems that they were always songs to me, even if I didn't have a melody, they were always just something to move people,
Yeah.
whether that's like, I don't know. I don't, it's a interesting thing because my poetry already feels like I'm writing songs, but it's just, I don't know, different type of song. This
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense. It's kind of more of a feeling, less of something
Yeah.
I can.
No, I understand, but I just thought they kind of come hand in hand, really, don't they? And I mean, they're both artistic
Totally,
things, creative things, words, and rhyming if that's what you want to do with your songs and stuff like that. So, I just think that might help you as well when you're a songwriter to really
totally,
delve into like deeper, honest lyrics because poems are really, they can be one of two ways, can't they? They can either be really transparent, exactly what that person's talking about, or they can be quite mysterious and they can be, open to interpretation, I guess. And that's the same with a song, isn't it? So I can see
totally.
how the avenue worked for you. But new music, this is so exciting. Of course, your new single is out now. I'm so excited about it. It's called Hate to Love. It came out at the end of August. It's got a stunning music video. Zoe, I think that video is absolutely incredible. I just wondered, as a band, how are you feeling now that it's out? What's it like watching it back? And it's your debut, so how is it? How's it been?
It's honestly so surreal to see like this song basically started the band. It was the first one that was written in this group, and to see it out and to see and feel like all this stuff and things in my life that it's gotten me through, and to see like the art in the music video, I'll bring it to life, and like all the symbolism in the words, and the theme is just, it's so special. That music video is a huge piece of my heart. The single is a huge piece of my past year.
Mhm.
It's just, it's so rewarding to see it out in the world and to hear how it's helped people through things, and people
Nice.
will reach out to me, be like, this helped me through this, or a breakup, or like you can apply it to whatever you want in your life, because there's just so many, it's just a relatable song, I feel like, on many aspects. So like I
Mhm.
love that feeling of feeling like I'm reaching people. It's great.
Yeah, is that like a new feeling for you? Is that like the first time you're really experiencing that, or have you had that in the past with your previous band? You know, how is that for you at the moment, having people reaching out and connecting with you musically? Because that's what ultimately being a musician's all about, isn't it? Reaching people with your craft.
Totally, totally. So I feel like that's why I love songwriting so much, because yeah, in my last band too, like basically all of the songs I write, people, it reaches people in a certain way, since I'm so like, I
Mhm.
don't know, I feel like I'm very transparent with like things going on, and that
Yeah.
was my dad.
Creeping in.
um I feel like I'm very transparent and just like, but also can be so open to interpretation for whatever someone's going through. And it's just the most rewarding and special feeling to reach someone in that way. And I'm very lucky that I've been feeling that feeling
Yeah.
for the past couple years. Just, it's why honestly I keep doing it. Just like, yes, it's my passion, but the fact that I can reach other people and help them through times as well makes it like even more special.
I know, like you've just said it, you're quite transparent, you're very honest with your lyrics. And that's one of the things I, one, love about you, two, respect about you as well, because it's quite a daunting task, isn't it? To basically open up your heart and lay it out there for people to hear, read, however it is you want to drop the message out there. So, you know, when you are kind of like going through that process, how do you go about songwriting? And you know, do you start thinking, right, I'm going to make this as honest as I can, or do you just accidentally like release this feeling inside of you and it comes out and then it ends up being what it is, which is, like you say, complete honesty of like experiences you've had and things like that? You know, is it something that you plan to do, or does it just happen?
So I feel like it it just, it's like sorry, this is a great question. um I feel like putting yourself out there in that way, in such a vulnerable way, like your art and your messages that means so much to you and can be interpreted in any way by anyone. It's a very scary process, but I feel like once it's out, it's just like, I don't know, it takes the pressure away, and like
Yeah.
it's out and people can think whatever they want to think. And
Yeah.
I feel like my work is done because I know what I want to put out and the message I want to put out, and like it's just up to people to interpret it in their own way after that. And yeah, it's, yeah.
Well, it's out there, like you say, hate to love, absolutely love it. And you know, you worked with this Vicente Cordero on the video, is it? Did you work?
Yeah.
He's so cool. I've heard about him before when I've spoken to Derek about his stuff. And I just wonder what it was like working with him. You know, did he help you really bring that vision to life, or was the creative process something that you guys discussed together, or did you already have a vision? You know, the video is just brilliant.
So um I had this idea, and I kind of come up with these ideas, and then I will send it over to Vicente, and then we like come up with like a treatment.
Yeah.
But so this idea for Hate to Love, it's kind of like, so I was married earlier in this year, almost a year ago, and then I went through a pretty public divorce, like right as this band was starting.
Oh dear.
And this song is what really, really helped me get through that time in my life. And this
Yeah.
music video was kind of just like the runaway bride, the holding on to dreams that don't exist anymore, but to also letting it go and just, just really just fully giving in to like all the pain and all the love and all the beauty and all the hard times that come out of it. But rising above that can just really, it's basically, that music video is like a more glamorized version of what I'd like to think my divorce was like. But yeah, that it's a really special video to me because and the song, like, they just helped me through so much, and Vicente really helped me like create and bring that dream to life. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's like, a horrible traumatic time has, ultimately brought you this. So hopefully, you're feeling much better now. I'm really sorry to hear that happened to you. I've heard about it. It is in the past. Go on, it's in the past.
Yeah.
We're moving forward. Zoe's on a roll now. But you are on a roll because, we're talking about the debut single. I am gonna talk to you about the next single. Very excited. One of the things I want to say that I love about this band, Bittersweethearts, is that you've got a very fast-paced work ethic, because clearly it's not even been 2 months yet and you're already working away on the next single, another video for Polyplastic. I absolutely love it. I think it's killer. I've heard it already. So you're in for a treat, everyone. It's a bit of a different vibe to the first single, but I just wondered, with this one, what can you tell us? What can you reveal at the moment that you are allowed to talk about?
Like about the music video, or like the message behind the song?
Ooh, well, I knew there would be a message. I mean, come on, it's you. So yeah, do you want to talk to us about the message? Let's do it.
So I moved to LA like 2 years ago, like right after high school. And it was always like so hard to make genuine connections with people. Because everyone is so LA in their own little worlds, only caring about themselves. And it was just really, me being a super genuine, raw person, I found it really hard to make genuine, real connections. And so this song, Polyplastic, is kind of about the fake people that I've met in LA, that they're just trying so hard to be something they're obviously not. And but it's also about like empathizing with Polly, because no one really understands what it's like to try to keep up with like the social like standards that society holds. And so it's very like, I don't know, it's kind of like a traveling song. Like, it's like, I hate the whole fake LA girl thing, but at the same time I get it, because I mean, we all try hard, we all try as hard as we can, to some extent. So it's kind of like understanding, like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does. It totally makes sense. No, it really does. It feels to me like, that Polly is like a persona that you can kind of like deliver the message through, of people who are always trying to fit in, be perfect, that kind of thing. And it's just, that's not always cool, is it? I think it's a lot more freeing to just be you, be on your own path and just do your own thing, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the single's coming on November 17th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
this is so
coming. I'm so excited.
exciting. How will you probably celebrate this second release when it's out, do you think? How
I
do you
think we're
celebrate a
gonna
release?
so we had our single release at this place called Sir in Hollywood.
Mhm.
It's really iconic. It was great. I think we might do it there again. Um,
Lovely.
we're just like kind of had like a music video screening and it was like close friends, family. We had like champagne and pizza. It was
Oh,
great.
yes. Love that.
Um,
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Doing it in style.
it was awesome. Just and we had like a little showcase after for all like close friends and family, and it was
Mhm.
just super special
Yeah.
because everyone close to me obviously knows how much like this band and this group means to me and knows how exciting things are getting for us. So it's just really special to have little intimate moments like that when
Yeah.
everything else is going crazy around you.
Of
But
course.
to celebrate, I'm excited for this song to be out because then we can start working on the next music video, which is going to be really cool.
Ooh, I'm so
So there's
excited.
so many ideas and just like exploding with like arts and ideas, and there's just a lot of exciting content coming in the
Sure.
next few months.
Oh, for sure. I can see it, I can sense it. I'm so excited, genuinely. And I know like you're in the studio as well, aren't you, at the moment? You're back and forth in the studio. Are you working towards an EP or an album? What's the goal?
We're gonna release an album. Our first release is gonna be an album. We're
Wow.
thinking like 13 songs or maybe probably not more than 15, but that's a lot for a new band. So
Yes.
yeah, it's very exciting. I could not be more excited. So
Yeah.
I am working with amazing people. Like it's I'm so excited. I can't even contain it. I'm living the dream, literally.
I love that. I really love
But
that. And it really is exciting. And, I like the fact that as a young emerging band coming through, and even as a young musician like yourself, I like that you're keeping albums alive, genuinely, because I'm curious on your opinion on this. Because for me, I'm 25, and a lot of people my age, I don't know if you've noticed this, but everyone streams, everyone uses Spotify, and those things are great. Don't get me wrong, I do it too. But it's so easy to grab a band that you love, take their most recent single, chuck it in a playlist, and listen that way, and then listen to different artists on the go. And, I feel like sometimes we lose that art of a full body of work that an album is. And I really adore albums. I collect vinyl. So is it important for you as a young musician, as an emerging band, to keep albums alive and well, to make albums still?
totally, I feel like everything is so like just at the touch of your fingertips
Mm-hmm.
today, and it's all just so like accessible to everyone, and it's just all very fast and like next
Mm-hmm.
song, next song, next song. Like I
Yeah.
feel like album kind of like releasing an album kind of continues that tradition of having a whole work of art that flows into each other instead of just like everything is just what's the word? There's just so much um input and content and media being put out from everyone, and I feel like putting out an album is just something that's really special because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't really do it nowadays, which is
Mm-hmm.
sad 'cause I love albums.
I do too.
And I really would like to like, I don't know, press them on like vinyl and like, have like a full record. Like
Yeah.
that's the dream for me. I just want that part of music to be back.
I
Because
know.
it's so cool.
It is. It really is so cool. And if you did get to press it on vinyl and stuff, that would be so in keeping with what Bittersweethearts are all about, because it's very 60s vibes, isn't it? And I think like the way that you dress and everything like that, I think that it's hand in hand. So I would 100% love to see it. A Bittersweethearts album on vinyl as well as everywhere else. That'd be great.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Okay, well, let's talk live music, because there's so much music stuff going on, but so much live stuff going on as well. I've written this down because obviously I'm not familiar with the area, so I wanted to get this right. But you are playing the Mint in LA on the 27th of October. So if anybody's watching and you're from that area, head to there on the 27th and check out Bittersweethearts. I wondered, will you be bringing any Halloweeny vibes? It's close to Halloween. We could always do like Corpse Bride spin-off of the music video.
Totally. I'm definitely gonna be dressed spooky, so that's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna try to convince all the boys in my band to dress up too. We'll see how that goes though.
Oh, you should. I love Halloween. I really do. Look, right now, I don't know if you can see, I've got some little earrings in that have got ghosts on them, all for the season.
Yeah.
All for
Oh,
the
they're
season.
so cute.
Well, I know the big live news, by the way, is that you're coming on a European tour in January 2023. This is so exciting, and it will be your first time over this way, won't it? So how are you feeling about that?
Yes, I'm so excited. Like, I have been wanting to go to Europe my whole life, and the fact that I get to do it while playing my own music is like unreal. Like I can't even, I'm just so lucky. I'm so excited. I'm so blessed. I cannot wait to get over there and share music with this part of the world. So I'm excited.
We're so excited to have you. I think it's going to be epic. I really do. And you're going to be here in winter, which is really cute, because I know that you are always praying for a bit of snow in your life, aren't you? Have you?
Yeah.
You've never experienced it before.
I've experienced like real.
Oh, that's so sad.
So I can't wait.
Yeah, I hope that snow happens for you. I do. I really do. It's pretty. It's a pretty thing. Right, just before we move on to a few random questions to kind of round off this chat, because I always ask really random questions at the end. But I just wondered actually, with your touring life that's coming up, what is your go-to must-have travel essential for tour, do you think?
Probably, let me think. This is hard. Only one thing.
One thing, must have one thing.
Probably headphones.
Of course.
I'm gonna be listening to a lot. I don't know what I would do.
I know, they're always at hand.
Have super different tastes, like what we all listen to, and I don't know if I'd be able to handle that on the road. I like to listen to my own stuff I like, but
yeah, your own vibe.
Definitely headphones.
That's a good answer. That's a great answer. And on a final note about like the band, I just wondered, you've got so much going on, and like I said before, the random questions kick in. What do you envision for the future of Bittersweethearts? Where do you hope to be? I don't know, in 5 years' time or something like that? Because this year has been pretty eventful for you, so I think you can dream big. I don't know, but I think you can.
I just hope go all the way and as far as we're meant to go. Like, I feel like Bittersweethearts, like whatever is gonna happen is already destined in the stars, and I'm just ready for whatever that is, and I'm excited. I'm holding this project really close to my heart with an open hand and seeing where it takes me, and I hope that it's a really great place, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm sure it will. You're very talented. I absolutely love the band. I love what's to come. Like I say, I've had. I feel lucky that I've had the pleasure of hearing the next single before it's come out yet, but I already can hear it's so killer, and yeah, I absolutely love it. So best of luck with it all and everything, because you deserve it. You really do. You're doing so well. And right, random question time. I hope you don't mind my random questions. I've actually got to get my phone. I hope you can see this. I've got a photo of you that I had to hold up and show you and show everyone, right? Because I think the biggest question of this entire interview is, how do I make this happen with my own cat?
Gosh, yes, that's my favorite photo. Pick up your cat and put him on your head and get the camera out and ready really fast before it's too late. He literally stayed there for like 5 minutes. He's really special.
He's like the sixth member of the Bittersweethearts. I love it. Yeah. Yes. Well, if you had to sit down and have a cup of tea or a cocktail, depending on what part of the day it's at, with the main character of the last movie you watched, who would you be having a little natter, gossip, and a cup of tea with?
Last movie I watched.
Yeah, main character.
I watched was Nemo.
Oh,
which is because I really do watch whole movies, but I did just have my little sister visiting me up in LA and we watched Nemo. So I would probably be drinking a Sex on the Beach with Marlin from Nemo.
What a vibe. What a vibe. I'm sorry, but that's like the best news ever. What a great date.
Sounds awesome.
On a final note, do you have a message that you would like to send out to anybody so far that's found your band, watched your band, supported your band? Have you got anything you want to say to them, or maybe even let them know? Because I think like the followers at this time in a band's life are so important. Gaining those initial fans and people who are willing to follow you around and see what you're up to, buy your records and stuff like that. So yeah, have you got anything you want to say to the people that have joined on the ride so far?
Thank you for being here. I am beyond grateful and lucky to have someone who cares, I guess. And always remember that through all the bittersweet moments, there's my dog barking. Through all the bittersweet moments, everything will always work out. If you just put your mind to it, you can do anything, and you're worth it, and you're worth everything you want to be worth. So yeah, that's it.
That's a lovely message. What a lovely note to end on. Zoe, thank you so much for chatting. Thank you for coming on camera and giving me your time today. It's been so lovely to meet you and hear all about your new band.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much for having me. This is a great interview. Thank you for having me.
No worries, Zoe. Have a lovely day in LA. See you later. Bye.